Self-improvement is blowing up among young men, but with so much advice out there, how do you know what's actually worth your time? In this video, I'm breaking down 37 of the most popular habits and lifestyle changes, ranking them from worst to best in an easy to digest tier list. So grab a snack, sit back, and enjoy the self-improvement tier list. Stick around until the end of the video for 2 honorable mentions. Number 1, we got cold showers. Cold showers are great because they shock your system and make you uncomfortable, and one of the keys to growth is doing things that make us uncomfortable. It also comes with physical and mental benefits such as improved blood circulation, stronger immune system because of an increase in white blood cells, faster muscle recovery after workouts, healthier skin and hair, improved focus and alertness, reduced stress, and better mood, and more resilience and confidence as well. Pair this with some Wim Hof breathing and it can be a solid habit to build. I'm putting it in the A tier. Coming in at number 2, we have weightlifting. This one is special to me because this is where my self-improvement journey began. Lifting weights comes with a whole host of physical, emotional, and mental benefits, including but not limited to building mass and increasing strength, burning fat, boosting testosterone, reduced stress, depression, and anxiety, improved resilience, discipline, and best of all, it makes you more confident. Lifting is a must for all men in my opinion. This is an easy S tier. Coming in at number 3, we have cardio. Just like lifting weights, cardio is another form of exercise, this time focusing on stamina and endurance rather than strength. However, cardio is just as, if not more important than lifting because it increases heart and lung health, lowers blood pressure and cholesterol, regulates blood sugar levels, enhances emotional regulation, and many of the benefits I already stated in lifting weights like burning fat, increased confidence, you know the gist, and it has been shown to increase your recovery when lifting weights by increasing blood flow. Cardio is a S tier for sure, and paired with lifting weights, it's a S plus baby. Coming in at number 4, we have tracking calories. Tracking your calories is a solid skill to build as it promotes discipline, food awareness, supports weight management on a bulk cut or maintenance phase, and helps track your protein intake. However, tracking calories alone without changes to your diet is not going to be ideal because you already know eating a tub of ice cream is bad for you, and entering it into the app isn't going to change that. So for that, I'll give it an A tier. Number 5, we have eating clean. This one is super simple. Food is what fuels our body. Just like in a car, putting in premium gas helps with the mileage and keeps the engine clean. Same goes for the food that we eat. Eating processed shit is going to slow you down and make you weak and lethargic, whereas clean eating such as lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, and dairy will help fuel your body in a much more sustainable way. It also helps prevent diseases like diabetes, cancer, and more. On its own, clean eating is a solid S, but paired with tracking calorie, it's a easy S+. Just remember that it's okay to enjoy a treat every once in a while. Don't beat yourself up over enjoying a pizza on a night out. Coming in at the big number 6, we have healthy sleep habits. Unfortunately, this is one I still struggle with, but having a good bedtime and wake time are essential to being your best self because sleep has a host of health benefits, including but not limited to boosting muscle recovery, strengthening the immune system and reducing chronic disease, optimal hormonal health, improving focus and productivity, reduced brain fog, increased longevity, better creative output, and so much more. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night and try to wake up and go to sleep at the same time every night as well. Without a question, healthy sleep habits is a S tier skill for sure. Next up, it's my favorite number, it's number 7, reading. Reading books is essential to improve your life because there's a book about everything you want to be. You want to be a YouTuber, there's a book about that. You want to be a stock trader, there's a book on that. You can read biographies of strong men like Marcus Aurelius, 50 Cent, JFK, and so many more. You can entertain yourself and build focus with fiction books like 1984 or A Brave New World. Reading also improves your vocabulary, critical thinking, and expands your knowledge, just to name a few key benefits. Reading is a S tier habit with a massive return on investment. Coming in at number 8, we have journaling. Journaling is underrated in my opinion. There's 3 types of journaling that I do. Introspective journaling, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's when you do some introspection and write about it, write about your goals, your flaws, etc. Next is gratitude journaling, which is when you write out things in your life that you're grateful for and why you're grateful for them. This is really good because it helps you boost your mood and be more optimistic and happy with what you have. And lastly for me is self-love journaling, which is where I write out some things that I've done lately that made me proud of myself, like being consistent with my YouTube channel, eating clean, etc. No matter how small the win is, it should be celebrated. Not to mention how many legendary men kept journals like Marcus Aurelius, JFK, Sir Winston Churchill, and many more. There's tons of benefits to mental health and overall well-being with journaling, so journaling is a solid S tier in my opinion. Coming in at number 9, meditation. Meditation in my opinion is probably the most important out of all the habits on here because it will help with probably every single one. There's tons of benefits to meditation on your mental, physical, and emotional health. So many in fact that it would be too time consuming to list them all. So here's the top 5. Reduced stress and anxiety, improved focus and concentration, enhanced emotional health, better sleep and increased self-awareness, and mindfulness. There are tons of different kinds of meditations as well that can do different things, so it's very much worth exploring to see what you resonate with. I could dedicate an entire video to just meditation, and let me know if you'd like to see that. But obviously meditation meditation's going S tier. Coming in at number 10, we have breathwork. Breathwork is similar to meditation, but it also has a lot of differences. Breathwork is essentially doing breathing exercises like Wim Hof, breath of fire, stuff like that. This comes with a host of benefits such as reduced stress and increased relaxation, improved mental clarity and focus, enhanced emotional regulation, boosts to energy and vitality, and it oxygenates and detoxifies the blood and body. Breathwork may seem a bit kooky and woo-woo, but I highly recommend it, especially Wim Hof breathing. It works super well. Breathwork is great, but not completely essential, so in the A tier is where I'll put it. Coming in at number 11 is skill development. Developing useful skills like survival, navigation, monetizable skills like web design, video editing, or graphic design, or something mentally stimulating like learning a new language or how to play an instrument. These are all things that can add to your life once you've got the foundations of self-improvement down, but they aren't really necessary, more like a cherry on top rather than the bulk of the sundae. So for that, skill development is going to go into the B tier. Coming in at number 12 is playing sports. Like skill development, sports is by no means a pillar of your journey. However, playing sports with your boys instead of Fortnite, COD, or God forbid, League of Legends, sports are a great way to bond and compete with one another. If your friends aren't up to it, joining a league is a great option as well, and a solid way to meet some new buddies. Any sport is fine, but I've heard a lot of good things about combat and contact sports. Just like skill development though, this is just a cherry on top, so I'm giving it a B tier. Coming in at number 13 is leveling up your social skills. Having good social skills is an absolute essential. Unfortunately for all my introverted kings, you have to get out of your shell, because the key to making friends, getting girls, and even success in business is networking and socializing. This might be scary and uncomfortable, but that's how you grow. Social skills go straight into the S tier. Coming in at number 14 is good financial habits. This is another essential skill, not even just for self-improvement, but for life in general. Budgeting your money to have savings, investing in stocks, crypto, and spending mindfully will change your life, and the sooner you implement this, the better. I still am learning this skill myself because I waste a lot of money on stupid shit like Fortnite skins, COD points. Don't be like me. Good financial habits is definitely going to the S tier. Coming in at number 15 is setting goals. Setting goals is a game changer, but it depends what kind of goals you're setting. If you're being super abstract and setting your goal to have $1 billion and sleep with 50 supermodels, you're a moron. The key is setting realistic, achievable goals, as well as using goals to compound your motivation. Break big goals down into smaller ones. For the aspiring billionaire playboy, start small with a goal you could achieve in the next month, like cold approaching one girl and making $500 off of your business or job. Goals when used properly are a S tier habit. Coming in at number 16 is manifestation. This one, I'll admit, I'm extremely biased. I'm a big believer in the power of manifesting. Manifesting is essentially the idea that our minds create our realities through the power of our belief. I've seen it work in my life in countless ways, and anyone that knows me in real life will let you know I've been beating the drum about this for like 7 years at this point. However, putting my bias aside, manifesting can come off as some crazy person shit, and I see why some people don't like it. I also see why some people have religious reservations about it, which is totally understandable. But even with my bias put aside, a lot of successful people believe in it and speak about it too. I want to put it in the S, but out of respect for the people who don't rock with it, I'll put it into the A. This is also another topic that I'm very well versed on and would love to make a video about, so let me know if you'd be interested in that in the comments. And a word of advice, ignore the new age law of attraction stuff. Check out Neville Goddard's books and lectures, as well as the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. On to number 17, religion and spirituality. Religion/spirituality is another thing I feel very strongly about. Having faith in a higher power and believe in something bigger than the world itself is a great motivator and grounder for pursuing a righteous life of self-mastery and improvement. If you're religious, now great, read more of your holy texts, go to your place of worship more often. If you're spiritual, read spiritual texts, educate yourself on occult knowledge and practices. Spirituality is not all crystals and astrology, and is a certified tinfoil hat wearer. I suspect this image of spirituality is pushed to keep people away from profound truths that those in power would prefer stay hidden. Religion or spirituality independently are already S tier, but combining them together, if your religion permits it, is S+ level shit. Coming in at number 18 is stretching/mobility work. This is one I have very limited experience with because I don't stretch too often. However, from the research that I've done on the topic, it seems like a pretty high ROI skill, as it can help you keep your mobility and flexibility, especially into old age. It prevents injury when lifting, and it improves blood flow and circulation, plus many more benefits. Due to my limited experience, I'll have to put it into the A tier, but I'll be adding it into my routine for sure. Number 19 will be style upgrade. This one will be a a bit situational depending on how your wardrobe already is. If you got a decent wardrobe with some jeans, basic tees, hoodies, and sweats, you should be golden. However, if you're a dude that wears super logo or graphic heavy clothes with people from shows, movies, or video games, maybe consider investing in some more basic pieces to balance out your wardrobe, especially if you're trying to impress the ladies. Don't overdo it though. Wearing a 3-piece suit and tie looks stupid if you're not a businessman or a career worker. Also, buy good form-fitting clothes to show off those gains you've been making in the gym. Overall, style upgrade for most guys is probably going to the C tier. A little over halfway, we're here with number 20, limiting screen time. This one is an absolute essential in our modern day and age. Screens are like a void. Once you're sucked in, it's almost impossible to break free. With algorithms so advanced, it's no wonder doom scrolling has become so common. However, screens when used with a purpose are absolutely fantastic tools. Even still, the less time behind a screen, the more time you have to pursue your goals and improve yourself. Try to keep screen time to a minimum and use it with intention, not mindless consumption. Limited screen time is going into the A tier. Coming in at number 21 is social media detox. This is the perfect balance for those of us who still want to use our screens. A social media detox will help you get rid of all those algorithms on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. These are the voids that suck you in, addict you, and don't let you go. You're bombarded with useless information, distressing news stories and videos, and non-stop half-naked women. In my opinion, social media has shown time and time again that it provides no value to our lives, and I strongly urge everyone to abandon it, as it'll save you a lot of time and improve your quality of life. Only people I recommend to keep using social media are people trying to be influencers, and even then, go from being a consumer to a creator instead. Social media detox is S tier. Coming in at number 22, we have a news detox. This one again is like the last two. It's about protecting your mind from negativity, stress, and saving time. 99% of the stories on the news are useless and irrelevant to your daily life, and the things that do matter, a friend or family member will definitely tell you about. As sad as the stories may be, they don't matter. What do you gain knowing about a war on the other side of the world? I give a news detox a solid B tier. It doesn't apply to everyone, but for people that constantly check the news, I think it would help a lot. Coming in at number 23 is dopamine detoxing. Another cornerstone of self-improvement is limiting instant gratification habits that flood your dopamine receptors, and unfortunately, this is a lot of the stuff that we all enjoy the most, including but not limited to doing drugs, playing video games, eating junk food, using social media, and worst of all, watching the hub. There's tons of things that flood our dopamine receptors, which in turn make us less likely to pursue bigger, more meaningful goals and projects, because why do something hard like going to the gym or starting a business when I can doom scroll TikTok and Instagram reels all day? Dopamine detoxing is a S tier, especially as a lifestyle, not the 24-hour challenges you see on other people's YouTube channels. Coming in at number 24 is minimalism. Minimalism is the practice of living with only what you need and abandoning materialism for a life of simplicity. Personally, I think this is only really helpful for people that are extremely materialistic, like dudes who are obsessed with luxurious cars or designer goods. The common person can probably skip over this one. Minimalism is a solid C tier. Coming in at number 25, we have creative outlets. This one is similar to skill development. It isn't an absolute must, but when you're far enough down your journey, a more fulfilling use of your time and energy would be to find a creative outlet, whether it be making music, YouTube videos, drawings, paintings, whatever you feel like would be an enjoyable way to express your artistic side. I also realize some people are not into the creative stuff, which is fine too. For that reason, this is going into the C tier. Number 26, being in nature. I consider being in nature a pillar of not only self-improvement, but also just living a healthy life. There's a plethora of benefits of being in nature, but the best of all, in my opinion, is connecting to our roots, because hardwired in all humans is the caveman brain, from when all we had was nature, and I feel like connecting to that part of ourselves is important. However, in the modern world, it's very hard to be in nature constantly, so for that, it's going into the A tier. Alright boys, we're in the home stretch, the last 10. Number 27, learning to cook. Learning to cook is another massive ROI skill to have, because it allows you full control over what you're putting into your body. Unfortunately, in the modern world, most foods, even the ones that look healthy, are loaded with sugars, seed oils, and harmful additives and preservatives. So your best bet is to prepare as much of your own food as you can. Not to mention, it's a good life skill in general, and is a great way to impress the ladies too. Cooking is a S tier skill. Coming in at number 28, we have productivity systems. In my honest opinion, productivity systems like the Pomodoro technique are a waste of time. Instead of spending time trying to optimize your workflow, just go and do the damn work and eliminate distractions. If these systems work for you, that's fine. Keep doing your thing. But to me, these are useless. D tier. Number 29, watching self-improvement content. Watching self-improvement content gives you the illusion of progress and learning, and to be fair, in the very early stages it's fine. But once you know what you gotta do, watching the same guy yap about self-improvement is pointless, and that includes me. Also, most of these self-improvement gurus repeat themselves and don't provide new insights, and just want customers for their courses. Not to mention, a lot of them are into that red pill manosphere stuff, which may have some truths and valuable information, but should be taken with a grain of salt so you don't become a misogynist. Overall, this is going into the F tier. You need a few videos to learn the basics, and that's it. Stick around if you like the YouTuber, not because you want to feel like you're being productive watching their videos. Number 30, getting sunlight. Getting sunlight is similar to being in nature. As humans, we aren't meant to be indoors all day with artificial lights. We are meant to be out soaking up the sun. The sun's warmth sustains all life on Earth, and that explains why ancient civilizations worship the sun like a god, because without it, there is no life. Sunlight helps regulate mood, reduce stress, and so much more. This is essential, especially if you live in a far north place like I do here in Canada. Sunlight is A tier. Coming in at number 31 is sobriety. As someone that's been a substance abuser in the past, I think a sober lifestyle has zero downsides. Using drugs to cope with your issues is horrible for your mind and body in the long run, and drinking alcohol to be social is just using a crutch. Drugs are expensive, they are addictive. Drug overdose is one of the leading killers in the world, so for that, sobriety is going S tier. If you insist on using drugs, use them in moderation to enhance fun, not to be the thing that makes you have fun. Coming in at number 32 is drinking water. This one's super obvious. Drinking more water has little to no downsides besides having to pee more. Our bodies are made up of 60% water. It helps to keep us clean inside and out, and a week without water can be fatal. Drinking water is S tier, obviously. Coming in at number 33, ooh, spooky, the Freemason number. And okay, number 33 is going for walks. This could have been lumped in with cardio, but I feel like walks are a nice hybrid of a few of the habits. You get cardio, you go outside, you get sunlight, you can talk to strangers, and if your area permits, you can hit the nature areas as well. So that's 5 habits in one. I will put walks at the S tier since it combines so many into one. Coming in at number 34 is NoFap and semen retention. Another pillar of the self-improvement space is NoFap, and if you somehow don't know what NoFap or semen retention is, it is essentially the practice of abstaining from beating your monkey. People report all kinds of benefits, from increased energy, increased creativity, focus, better mental and spiritual health, as well as attraction from women. The key to success on NoFap is avoiding porn and sexual content on social media. I've been practicing semen retention for the last 6 years on and off, and I can attest that whenever I conquer my lust is when I have the most growth and the best mental health. So I strongly urge everyone to at least give this a try for 1 week and see how you feel. NoFap and semen retention is getting an easy S tier. Coming in at number 35 is Stoicism. Stoicism is the practice of controlling what you can and accepting what you can't, as well as understanding happiness comes from within and not from without. As someone with a very bad temper, Stoicism felt like the missing key I needed my entire life. I feel so much better when things out of my control go wrong and I just say it is what it is, rather than getting mad about something I can't change. Stoicism is a S tier for sure. Coming in at number 36 is Hygiene. This one again is super self-explanatory. Being on top of your grooming and hygiene habits is a key to being confident and attractive. Some examples are brushing and flossing twice a day, using a deodorant regularly, showering, washing your clothes, changing your sheets. You get the gist. This is very simple stuff, and if you don't got most of this down, you should prioritize this over everything else on the tier list. S tier. We're finally here, boys. Number 37, and I saved the best for last. Number 37, making time for your loved ones. I know a lot of people get on self-improvement to make more money or to improve after a bad breakup and stuff like that. But being some alpha sigma lone wolf is one of the most depressing lives that you can live. Your friends and your family are your tribe, and in the olden days, without a tribe, you were as good as dead. And like I said before, we still got a little caveman in us. So to make time for your loved ones, even if it's just a few minutes chatting with your mom and dad, or hopping on Discord to talk to your boys, when you die, the meditation, healthy eating, gym maxing, looks maxing won't mean anything. The memories with your loved ones will. S tier, of course. And now for the 2 honorable mentions I promised. The honorable mentions go to yoga and sugar-free living. They both felt a bit too close to stretching and clean eating respectively, so they'll just go in the same tier as those 2. But yoga apparently has tons of spiritual and physical health benefits, so I'm sure that you should give it a try. I haven't tried it, but maybe now I will. Sugar-free, sugar is absolutely horrible for you. I'll link a video down in the description by a guy named named Dr. Robert Lustig. He talks about all the things that sugar does to your body. I'm gonna try to just not eat that shit at all no more, and I just thought I'd share that with you guys as well. Alright guys, that was a really long video. I mean, I guess not for you guys to watch, but for me, I've been working on this for like a good 18 hours now, almost consecutively. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you can take a lot of value from this tier list. I thought, I'd try something a bit more structured and scripted out for you guys this time, and yeah, I hope that it resonates. I hope that if you liked it, you'll share it with your friends, you'll subscribe, you'll comment, like the video, all that jazz, so you can help me achieve my dreams of being a YouTuber. But yeah guys, I just want to say thank you for all your support you've shown me. The last few videos have been doing some pretty good numbers. I've been gaining some subs, and also I just want to say Happy New Year's guys. I hope you guys have a great 2025. I hope everything's good for you, and this is our year, boys. We're gonna fucking take this shit by the horns. And yeah, thank you for your time, thank you for watching, goodbye, I love you.